Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Brian with you from TheGameCommon, and we are watching some more AI battles, and this is going to be the last episode of our English series. And right now, France is so close to winning. They're so close winning. We also have an emergency war going on, and right now Sterling is pretty well surrounded, but I think Scotland's going to be able to pull that out. The funny thing is, poor England, man. England, like, fought through hell to take the score victory. They're now in first place in score, but it looks like France is going to be able to jack this victory, even though they are 5th out of 6th place. They're still going to be able to jack the culture victory, which is kind of hilarious. So we want to probably take this episode a little slow because France is only a couple turns away, and I would like to actually end the series with the end screen. So I'd like to actually take a look at the charts and stuff like that. So we'll see. Rome actually has a tank over here. Okay. Start burning down some stuff. Seriously, if they start burning down some stuff, they may be able to stop France from winning. We will see. We will see. Oh man, it's interesting. England also has a lot of troops, and they're at war with France too. So we'll see if they move any across the water. Norway still is trying. They're still trying. Norway, I'm so disappointed, man. I'm so disappointed. You should have been able to grab a city. Also, they have no freaking planes up. Yeah, neither does Rome. They built the airports, but they didn't build any planes. The funny thing is, if we were going like maybe 600 turns and culture victory was turned off, Germany might be able to pull this off because they are working hard on the science victory right now, but I think it's a little too late. I don't think anyone's going to be able to get the science victory at this point in the game. They both have, no, they hadn't quite launched. They're close. Both England and Germany are really close to having that score victory. Once again, she's still maintaining the lead. And then culture victory, we're at 202 of 227. Okay, so it's 25 behind now. So she's actually fallen a little bit behind. This is not a sure thing yet. So the thing is, there's not many wonders left for her. So she's got to A, defend her territory, and then B, man, get some more great people. We should have actually looked at the great person tab before we restarted the autoplay, but we'll let it roll for a few more minutes, see what happens, and then we'll pop back. Aberdeen did flip last episode and is still just kind of sitting there. Kumasi, though, is still holding true as well for Scotland, so they're not losing that territory. We have a lot of Dark Ages right now. Norway actually, whoa, Oslo is actually flipping. Yeah, they're gonna rebel. Snap. Okay, did not anticipate that. A freaking 17 city is gonna flip. And here's the thing, England should be able to, well, England has no troops there, but you know, that's gonna hurt Norway on the score victory. So England definitely is gonna win the score victory if France can't pull off the culture victory. I love how Jerusalem and Carthage somehow made it the entire game. Okay, sure. And somehow Germany survived. Like, that's kind of the biggest surprise of this whole game, is the fact that Germany survived. They should have gotten wiped out a long time ago. You could probably say the same thing about England, because they started off really terribly. But still. Norway with the subs. That's probably why they have such high military strength, is because they have 3 armadas up there. Sub-armadas. France made peace with England. Okay. Probably because England didn't want to fight. England did finish another wonder. Ooh, okay. So they're finishing wonders, which it doesn't bode well so much for France, because they really need these wonders. I just don't think they can build wonders anymore. Like, I just don't think they have any extra territory. Okay, so they built the Watt. Okay. That's an older one, so that's not really a modern wonder. Let's pause. Let's see where the culture victory is right now. So 215 to 242. Wow. Wow. Okay. Why is it up to 242? England. England is single-handedly keeping Catherine from winning. Seriously. Because Harold is now at still only at 200. So if England would have started getting these wonders late game, Catherine would have already won. Now she is 30 points away, 20-something points away, 27 away. Right? No, that's not right. 5 would be to 220. Never do math on camera. Be 217, yeah. No, 227. God, I was right. I was right. Ignore me. Victoria is pulling away also in the victory form. Sorry, in the score form. And then how's the religion doing? Catherine's at 206, as is Scotland. Okay. I want to see, is it because of wonders? 135. Yeah, she's getting really high on that wonder score. Yeah, she's even higher than France now. Wow. So if we went to great people, great engineer isn't going to matter so much. We want to look at the great writer. It's actually going to go to Scotland, Scotland, Scotland. All the great people here are all Scotland. Interesting. And then we had, this is all early. Can we go late game? We had Germany, Germany, Norway. So France did get a couple writers here in the late 1900s, but not one any since then. Other thing I wanted to look at. Yeah, England's up here all the way maxed out too. England actually passed her in culture. Like if we looked here and we looked at culture, France has 488 tourism. England's at 420 with 472 per turn. Yeah, she's making 472 culture per turn versus 190. That is ridiculous. Okay, so it looks like it might end up being a score victory. Was not anticipating that. So we'll let it roll then for quite a few turns. Probably to 75, maybe, and then we'll stop it. Because I don't think France is going to be able to pull off the victory here in the next, 25 turns or so. So, I don't know what series we're going to do next. I may actually just start hopping in, and maybe we'll do just a quick regular series. I don't know, maybe I'll take a break for a couple days and wait for, I don't know. The thing is, I hate to be like, I want to put a pause in. So Rome finished a wonder. I want to put a pause in, as we wait for the next update to come out, but then that update might come out tomorrow. It might come out in 3 weeks. And so if we have a pause, we might be waiting quite a while. So I don't know. That's why I'll probably hop into something. Maybe do just a quick series. Is there a mod that lets you switch what civ you play as? Because that might be interesting. Play as one civ, switch, play as another civ. I had someone too, that actually might not be a bad idea either. I had someone mention do a AI series where you stop as the AI like halfway through. So we would play, on like, one of the higher difficulties, not deity, but maybe emperor or something like that. And then after like 100 turns, actually take over and see if you can win the game. Which would be interesting to play as. And maybe we'll do that. That might not be a bad idea for us. Okay, so England is not launching any rockets quite yet. I'm really disappointed how few nukes we've seen. I would like to actually see some nukes going off. And then there is that scenario. Maybe we'll just do the nuclear scenario. Have some fun with it. Maybe just start shooting nukes off at everyone. France, did you build any spaceports down here? You have airports? You have some upgraded airports. I wonder if these just don't update. Surely someone has planes somewhere. So maybe that just doesn't update. That actually might be the case. That could be something like, what was the other stuff that didn't update that we saw? I don't exactly remember. We talked about it in one of the previous episodes. But certain graphic things just didn't always update. Because technically I don't think we have vision of them. So that might be one of those things that just doesn't update. How go the northern cities? They're all still hanging out. Hull is slowly falling. Remember, Norway had quite a few subs up here, but it looks like they pulled back or they lost their subs, so they're not going to be able to grab it. Over here to the west, yeah, also did end up flipping. And England has a missile cruiser over here in attempts to take it. I don't think that's going to actually help them, though. I don't think they're going to be able to grab it. Not with only a missile cruiser. They're going to need a melee unit. Germany is massing their troops over here. I'm wondering, are they still at war with England? I don't think so, because I don't see them actually attacking each other. I did hear, where did that tank come from? No, because here you go, 2 of 4 planes. So they do update. Just no one's building any planes. Okay, now we're at 2 of 4 again. Whatever. People are weird. So they're rolling around with fighters right now. I think France is pretty well covered. Like, no one's going to be able to conquer France. No one's going to be able to cross the ocean and take them over. They have too many units sitting over there. The downside is France really, really, really needs England to stop building wonders and stop getting culture so that they could actually win the game. But it doesn't look like that is going to be something that's going to happen. So how goes the Scottish-Norway war? They did end up knocking out Sterling's walls. They do have rocket artillery here as well. They just don't have enough troops, I think, to come take it. And Sterling's off the water, so they're not going to be able to hit them with ships. And also Sterling has some mechanized infantry, so I think Norway's going to pull that out. France is getting really aggressive now with some of their religion. I hear the planes, but I don't know what they're attacking. It's hard to see when you're autoplaying because you can't exactly see everything that's happening. So you're kind of just using like the audio and then hoping to catch a glimpse of it because, you know, we're on fast animation with everything. So it's like, and you're like, wait, what? That was a plane. It did something. Where? What? Like, looks like a gnat out of the corner of your eye. So we got military engineer, which I don't know why at this point what you're trying to build. Maybe some roads. The funny thing is we have so much flat land over here in Ireland. Kind of thought there would be a few more roads, but you know, Norway and Rome, I guess, just never decided to trade with each other, so they don't have any roads over here. I still love how this city flipped. That's actually pretty hilarious. Is any other city gonna flip? Saw Aberdeen flipping. Scottish cities are all looking pretty good. Norway cities up there are pretty good. And then all our cities over here all look pretty strong. It doesn't look like Rome has any loyalty issues. England, it'd be intriguing to watch England lose a city or two. And then, yeah, there's no way France is going to lose the city. But I would love to see England start losing cities. That might make it a little more interesting. So let's put a pause. We're at 467. Let's take an updated look at the culture score here in just a second. So, culture score. France is at 255 of 316. Dang. Wow. England just schooled them. That's so terrible. They have so many internal tourists now. So they're over 50 away. They were down to like 14 at one point. Wow. Wow. Religion victory then. France is at 206. That's not going to happen. Domination is definitely not going to happen at this point. Science, we have Victoria's working on tier 2. Germany is the only other one to shoot off tier 1. So it looks like it's going to be an English score victory because they have a 200-point score victory lead. Is England at war with anyone else? No, only Scotland. England, you sneaky dog. You sneaky dog. I'd say it's kind of cheap, but ironically, I think it actually worked out pretty well. Like, that was some really strong play. Because she was right at the air, like, right there at the edge, about to lose the game. And then she knocked out, like, 2 wonders. And that just, like, flipped the culture game up on its head. And now France isn't going to be able to get enough culture. Poor France, man. I really was excited about France winning. Scotland made peace with Rome. And the funny thing is, I ended the last episode basically saying France won the game. So, if you didn't turn into this episode because you thought France was going to lose, well, you're not hearing this right now, but wow. This has been a very interesting AI battle. I say this is probably my favorite one thus far. Because number 1, no graphical bugs. Number 2, the AI actually seemed fairly competent for most of the game. And number 3, it was actually pretty close. It was only till, I'd say like maybe 2 episodes ago that England started running away with the game. They started snowballing. Because remember, Norway was leading and we thought Norway was going to end up holding on. But then England did come from behind and start snowballing. But the thing is, I still didn't anticipate them winning because of the cultural victory for France. So it really was until this episode. So what, about turn, 450 that England really started asserting themselves and making sure that they were going to win the game. So that's a lot of bombers or a lot of airplanes or a lot of something. I don't think we've seen any nukes. I mean, we would see the fallout. We would see the absolute wreckage. You know what those are? Those might be rockets being shot off too. I think some of them are planes. I think some of them might be bombers. I think some of them might be rockets too. Also, could be the helicopter. No, because the helicopters are could be the missile cruisers, you know? That actually might be the missile cruiser sound effect. It's just weird that, you know, we're over here, we're getting the sound effect for something that's potentially way the heck over here. So we are 25 turns away from being done, 26 rather. Is there anything else for us to kind of pay attention to at this point? I don't think so. Sterling is going to hold on. I think that was a plane. Maybe those could be drones too, you know? Yeah, I definitely think that's a missile cruiser. I think that's the missile cruiser shooting over here. I don't know. I would love to see everyone declare war on France right now. Sorry, on England. Because they are about to win. They are about to win the culture, or the score victory. So it would be worth it to watch everyone declare war, see if they can actually knock them back a little bit. I doubt it. I mean, if they came and took Stoke-upon-Trent, you know, if Rome came and conquered it, or Norway or someone like that came and conquered it, they would lose a ton of wonder score at that point. Also, too, some empire score. So they might, at that point, not be in first place. It's a long shot, but, you know, it would be intriguing to see. The other thing to note is we're probably maxed out on techs. Most people. Rome is about to declare war on England. Okay. So... we're to the point where we're not going to see too many, like, England's not going to have a massive tech victory or massive tech advantage, or, you know, Norway's not going to have a super tech advantage, like rolling tanks against cavalry or something like that. Yeah, I definitely feel like, no, Rome's attacking Germany. Really? Dang it. Dang it, Germany. Dang it, Rome is actually probably the better one. Ooh, here we go. Jet fighters. Sterling is still holding on, which is kind of hilarious. I think they're going to actually pull off this emergency victory. How many turns are left on that? Can't be too many turns left. Might have actually already won it. They're trying, man. They're desperately trying. A lot of planes being flown around right now. Also, still holding on. Yeah, they did end up winning the emergency. Okay. So they got, what, 9,000 gold because of it? Also, too, they got reduced war weariness, which, congratulations. Let's take a quick look at great people. Not many left. So writer, artist, and musician. And France is going to grab one. England's going to grab the other. Scotland's going to grab the third. So not really helpful there for France. 284. God, man, she fell so far behind. The funny thing is England's actually getting closer to winning it, but there's only 20 turns left, so I don't think she's going to be able to grab it. 1,200 versus 1,100. Ugh. She's only down to a 150-point lead, so not as big as, you know, she would probably like, but I still think she's going to pull it out. The funny thing about this is, had I known that France wasn't going to eat, like, we ended up wrapping the last episode up maybe a hair early, because I wanted to put one more episode in, just because, I figured there would be just enough time until France won the culture victory. I figured we were probably going to get, you know, maybe a good 15 minutes, and then we'd have like 5 minutes to look at the score. And here's the funny thing. I wouldn't have wrapped up the last episode so early if I would have known that France was going to end up, you know, not being able to grab it. So England is building, is that the second or third? I'm assuming it's probably the second rocket at this point. Will it tell us? They need, what, 4, I think, right? So, no, you need 1, you need 2, and then you need 3 parts. So technically you need 5 then, right? Norway also had their spaceport bombed. I would love to see some nukes still. And in fact, that would be one way to keep England from winning the game. Just start shooting nukes at them. Just shoot all the nukes. Speaking of which, we have 1 uranium. We have 1 uranium. Maybe I need to encourage the AI by building the nuke. Maybe? Sterling is still somehow holding on. I think they're bombing it. That must be what the sound is. They must just be bombing it because they have no units there and they keep losing HP. So we failed. Cool. We still don't have the Manhattan Project, so never mind. Never mind. Norway is actually leading the culture victory now, which is kind of hilarious. But they're still so far away. Man, dude, poor France. Poor France. Poor France. I was rooting for you. I really was. I should have looked at the science there real quick, just to make sure. Trying to get this, trying to get to the end here. So I guess we're going to go with the score victory. which means we'll want to stop it. We'll want to hit the stop at like turn 498. We'll probably end up doing a couple turns ourselves. The funny thing is, I really thought Scotland was going to pull this out at some point, and they have so much territory, which is really great. And then they ended up just not being able to maintain. Rome also at one point looked really, really good. Who was the first one to settle over here? Wasn't it Germany? Yeah, Germany, and they were, man, and they fell behind. They're way in the back too. So what wonder did England get? At this point, what wonders left? The Bolshoi Theater, I guess? That's the only one I can assume. I really love the modern, I think that's the Aquatic Center, this building right here. Looks really cool. I love the artwork for this game. I think they did a really, really good job. I know when it first came out, people were kind of because it looked kind of cartoony, but I don't know. I think it's a really nice, unique looking game. Kind of reminds me a little of Fortnite, where it has a unique, distinct flavor, which I like about it, so. Okay, so we're at 488, which means there's approximately 12 turns left. They're rolling around with freaking stealth bombers now, so cool. Yeah, so those are definitely the ones that are doing damage on Sterling. I would still love to see some nukes. I would still love to see some wars against France, but I don't think either of those are going to happen. France is pushing really hard with the religious play, but it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. 8-8 in fighters over here for France, which is kind of hilarious. That's their only airport too. So 10 turns remaining. Congratulations. So England still has a very large army as well. So Germany ended up holding on to all their territory, which is probably kudos to them. So, you know, hey, let's look at everyone. France had a distinct chance to win the game, so kudos to them. England's gonna win the game, so kudos to them. Rome, I don't really know. What did you do that was strong in this game, Rome? There's our Venetian arsenal, finally. Yeah, they built a Venetian arsenal. Kudos to them. Germany somehow survived, so kudos to them. Norway actually had me thinking they were going to win the game for the longest time, so yeah, kudos. Scotland, man, they ate a lot of territory, and this is probably the best we've ever seen the AI that's being, that's controlling the players, Civ the best. That's probably the best that we've ever seen them do, so good job there. And yeah, that's all the kudos for everyone. So we got 5 turns left. How goes the rockets? Are you still shooting a rocket off? Nope, they actually did shoot that rocket off. And it looks like they have another one going right here. So let's put a quick pause in before we get down to the final 5 turns. Looks like another rocket here. Are they going to end up doing a science victory? Science. No, because they still have a bunch left to launch, so that's not going to happen. Culture victory. Victoria's now in first place, but she's not going to be able to get it. As for overall victory, science victory, yeah, no. We need culture, no. Domination. France now has the largest army, which doesn't help. And then religion is split. So, are there any great people left? A couple. Rome is going to get one. France is going to get one. Yeah, France is going to get a great musician, but I think it's just a little too late. I can't believe how close France was, and then they just ended up losing it. Oh, man. Poor Sterling. Sterling was one of the nicer cities to actually live in not too long ago. And now it's just been perpetually bombed for like the last, 100 years. So, yeah, don't live in Sterling. No. In fact, probably don't live in any of the Scottish territories. So, we got 4 turns left. Maybe Carthage. Just a nice neutral city to live in the middle. England probably had pretty decent cities to live in because they really didn't have any issues. Because they had some wars, but most of them were just they were the aggressor. Very rarely did someone actually declare war on them, other than early in the game. Because remember, pretty early on, I think Rome and them were actually fighting. So when we see the 2 turns remaining, we're going to want to hit the automation button, and then we're going to want to get to the final screen. So. Congratulations to everyone in the early game who said England was going to win. You were correct. Surprising, to say the least. But it seems fitting that England would win a game on the England, continent. The funny thing is, their territory is kind of terrible. Like, you know, you have this big, huge Scottish territory up here. Norway looks like they have a lot of territory, you know. Rome, France is nice and solid. And then you have England, which is very splotted all over the place. And yet, you know. Okay, so, yeah, sure, give me a research lab. I don't care. Give me a research lab. I don't care. We're just going to skip everyone. Please skip everyone. It's not going to actually affect the game, so that's why we're just going to go to sleep. You don't have any nukes. Sure. Next turn. 1 turn remaining. So we should have actually been doing the sleep button, but oh well. Okay, here we go. And congratulations, you lost the game. Sure, I will accept peace. She was gonna pay me for that piece. Huh. I wonder why. I wonder why. Sure. What are those? Perfume. Huh. Congrats. So Sterling is gonna hold. If they had a single tank, modern armor, they would actually be able to probably pull this out. Oh yeah, I forgot. It always goes to 0. So sure, go grab that. Grab that. Promote. Sure, I don't really care. We're just making decisions quickly. Ugh, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Sleep. All these units. And then you are going to attack the helicopter, which is kind of funny. It's just funny to think of a city attacking units. Build there. Then you're going to go to sleep. All right. And now we should get the final loss screen. Woot. I wonder if there's an achievement for losing a lot of games. No, I don't want to give you my uranium. Absolutely not. Dang it, Norway. Just one freaking mechanized infantry and you could come take this Sterling. So easily. Congratulations, you lost. We've already seen that. So, let's see. So, England won. Congratulations. Let's take a quick look at the graph. So, if we look at culture per turn, what's funny is look at this. So, this is approximately turn 400, I think, right here. England just jumps at the end. I don't even know how they get so much culture per turn up there at the end. Like, that's ridiculous. They went from less than 200, less than 150 culture per turn to almost 500 per turn. I don't even know how that was possible. So, congratulations. Faith per turn, England did pull it out. Gold balance was pretty even. You can probably see right where they won the victory. Actually, I don't know. Oh, it was right here where they won the victory because they had no gold. Then boom, that's where the emergency ended. So score per turn, let's look at it. So it was so even. Other than Germany, who got knocked out pretty early, this was such an even score thing. And then Norway started pulling away right up here. England kind of caught them, but then they still looked like they were going to pull it out. All the way up until about this point right here, little after turn 400, and England just started advancing. And once again, it was about 450 is where that culture started flipping. So then we wanted to look at science per turn. And yeah, once again, Norway, and then England out of nowhere. Once again, around 450. I don't know what happened. Like something happened at turn 450 that just allowed England to just go crazy. Cities captured, yeah, whatever. Cities founded. Norway had the most. That is Norway, right? Yeah, that's Norway. Total units killed. Norway actually had the most units killed. Then England was in second? No, that wasn't England. Scotland was number 2, which makes sense. Number of great people earned. Norway, really? England was number 2 on that. And that's probably where they got all that culture from, was all those great people. And then, let's see, what else? Total wonders constructed. Yeah, very even up until a little after turn 400. And then England just built 1, 2, 3 more wonders. That's probably where that culture came from. But still, man, France had it. France had all the wonders in the world up until 375. And they just couldn't build anymore. That was kind of what happened, is they kind of got trapped. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Can we, if we did the replay movie, no, that's that. Is there a view timeline? No, we didn't want that one. Now, sometimes what I was looking for is where you see the map, and then maybe that was the old Civ game, you could see where everyone started settling and all that, but I don't know where that is. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like, comment, let me know what you think. As always, hit the subscribe button, join the game, comment, show your support. I'll see you guys later. Bye.